Hi all, it's Lily Hijazi Sakai, the Advocacy Coordinator from Catholic Charities, and I'm here to share our March Advocacy Update. Our legislative agenda this year prioritizes racial equity, social justice, and greater public funding to stabilize our program operations so that we can better serve those in need. In just the first 2 months of session, we've seen great progress on many of these issues. Here are our top highlights. First off, one of our top priorities this year is increasing funding for our Emergency Services Program, or ESP for short. ESP is the state's most flexible funding source for shelter operations and day services, helping providers help those who are in crisis and without a home. More funding for ESP would benefit Catholic Charities' 2 opportunity centers in St. Paul and Minneapolis. And our staff have testified in the past few weeks in support of a bill that would invest $95 million in ESP over the next 3 years to fund emergency shelter services across the state. And just last week, actually, the House and Senate laid it over for possible inclusion in an omnibus bill, which is standard practice for budget bills such as this. Another big update we have is on the Homeless Youth Act, a bill that would support the work of youth emergency shelters like Catholic Charities Hope Street. The Homeless Youth Act offers flexible but dedicated funding for youth shelters and outreach across the state to ensure youth receive the services and support needed to build a solid foundation for future success. Catholic Charities has been advocating for a bill that would invest $15 million in the Homeless Youth Act each year, and we're excited to share that it would also be laid over for possible inclusion in a future omnibus bill after we heard strong testimony from advocates and providers across the state. Last but not least is a new bill led by Catholic Charities to reform housing support. Housing support is Minnesota's best tool to help people exit homelessness. But right now, there are significant financial barriers that deter moves out of shelter and which create roadblocks for individuals working toward greater housing and economic independence. Our bill, which aims to fix this problem by helping individuals keep more of their income, made its debut before the House Preventing Homelessness Division last week and was met with unanimous bipartisan support, which rarely happens anymore. More updates to come on this exciting movement and early bipartisan support on a Catholic Charities priority. It is clear that there has been lots of activity the past few weeks with legislation that will impact our work at Catholic Charities and the people that we serve, and there is still a lot more to come, including bills related to shelter-linked mental health, affordable childcare, tenant protections, and investments in accessible and affordable housing. Stay tuned for more, and if you have not already, be sure to sign up for our action alerts by texting VOICE to 50457 to add your voice to our advocacy at critical decision points during session.